Hi and welcome to a seemingly viral math problem I stumbled across on Facebook a while ago, mainly because of the claim that only 1 in 1,000 people could solve it. And I believe, at least here on this channel, it's significantly more than 1 in 1,000, because if you're as practiced at solving math problems as we are, it's actually not that difficult. Here we see a few equations. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Okay, that's understandable. But then it continues with 2 plus 5 equals 12 and 3 plus 6 equals 21. And this shows that this plus is obviously not the normal plus we know, but some other combination of these numbers, in this case 1 and 4. And on Facebook, 2 solutions were suggested, one of which I consider very smart and correct, and the other absolutely illogical and wrong. And I'm curious to see what solution you find and what you think of the 2 solutions I'm about to present. Try it yourself, pause the video, look at what the solution might be, and most importantly, tell me in the comments what you think 6 plus 9 would equal. And now I'll show you the solutions that were found on Facebook. The first solution considered that there is a certain connection between the individual lines. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Okay, that still works. And then it was said, we'll just get those 5 more. And if we then add 5 plus 2 plus 5, we get back to 12. They grabbed the 12, added them to the list and said, hey, that fits too. 12 and 3 and 6 makes 21. And accordingly, the logical consequence would now be to take these 21 and then calculate down there and say, okay, 21 and 6 and 9, that must now be the question mark we are looking for. And then our question mark here would be 36. However, I think it's very risky to say that these lines are connected in this way because especially here, there's a kind of jump from 1, 2, 3 until it gets to 6. And that's exactly the problem I see there. The other solution, much more elegant. I'll just delete all our scribbles here. She said, hey, there's something that actually works. Specifically, that you always multiply the number at the beginning by the number at the end. So 1 plus 4 times 1 makes 5. 2 times 5 makes 12. 3 plus 3 times 6 makes 21. And accordingly, this should be 6 plus 6 times 9. So 6 plus 54, and that would make our question mark 60. And I find that much more sensible than finding that strange connection between the individual lines. But now here's the thing, there's a really cool connection between both solution strategies. Let's stick with 60, which I'm assuming is correct, and let's remember how the first method went. 1 plus 4 equals 5 was supposed to be correct, then the 5 came over here, 5 plus 2 plus 5 was 12, and so on. And now I've been thinking, could we first close this gap and say, what's actually missing here are the lines for 4 and 5, and logically the other numbers would be 7 and 8. And if you now follow the previous strategy and say, okay, the 21 jumps to the next line, then it would have to jump here, and 21 plus 4 plus 7, that makes 32. Then, next step, the 32 comes before this one. 32 plus 5 plus 8, however, makes 45. And if I now go and say the 45 comes before this one, then 45 plus 6 plus 9 is in fact also 60. And in my opinion, that's the proof that the second strategy is correct and that even the first strategy leads to 60, if you consider that there were of course actually 2 gaps that had to be closed first. For a similar problem that also apparently went viral and is super hard to solve, not for us by the way, take a look over here. And for a similar puzzle, but one that doesn't come from Facebook, I recommend the one up there. Have fun puzzling and see you soon.